Hi everybody and welcome to a Grimdark Future Battle Report. Robot Legions versus Wolf Brothers. Master Wolf Brother Hagnir and his squads patrol the cold and icy parts of the Legatos Sector. A disturbing signal of unknown origin has led them to the planet Xatunis. The planet has been home to supply lines and facilities that harvest underground resources, and smaller alien activities are not unusual. But the sight of strange structures in the snowy landscape indicated that this was completely different. A large, hostile force was present. This could be the beginning of a huge ambush into the sector, and it had to be stopped. But Hagnir was unsure that they had the firepower to deal with this large mechanical horror. Hagnir is a Wolf Master Brother. He's armed with a Master Heavy Pistol and one Energy Claw. And with him he has another Wolf Master Brother. He's armed with an Energy Claw and a Master Heavy Rifle. Then two groups of Wolf Battle Brothers. In the first group they are armed with heavy rifles, they have two Energy Swords and one Energy Claw. And in the other group there are 4 heavy rifles, 1 Sergeant Heavy Pistol and 1 Energy Sword. Behind them a group of Wolf Support Brothers. They have 1 heavy machine gun and 2 very dangerous heavy fusion rifles. One of them is armed with an energy sword. And finally, a group of Wolf Bloods. They are bad shots and furious. They are armed with heavy pistols and energy swords. And all the Wolf Brothers have counter-attack. And they are fearless. They face an army of robots led by a robot lord. He is armed with an advanced Gauss rifle and a hyper sword. He has regen protocol and he also has a jetpack that gives him ambush, flying and swift. He has 3 groups of warriors. One of the groups is armed with the longer range Gauss rifles and the 2 other groups are armed with Reaper rifles. Then we have 3 Tri-Scorpions armed with dual Reaper blades and finally a tripod walker. And the walker has Stomp, twin Gauss rifles and a rapid Doom blaster. All the robots have self-repair and they also have the special robot keyword. There are 4 objectives on the battlefield. The 2 objectives closest to an army's deploy zone will earn 1 victory point, and the 2 objectives closest to the enemy's deployment zone will earn 2 victory points, and victory points will be scored each round. Now let's roll off. The Robot Legions will roll the green dice, the Wolf Brothers the black dice, and it's 1-up for the Wolves. The group of Wolf Bloods will activate first, and they will rush towards the objective here. That objective will earn them 1 victory point if they still control it at the end of this round. Then a group of warriors. Marching robot warriors. They are slow, but they can rush to this position. Of course, they cannot shoot. And it seems to be all about strategic positions at the moment. The group of Wolf Brothers here will move in cover behind this rock. They will not claim the objective, and they cannot shoot. The Tri-Scorpions have no ranged weapons, but they will also rush forward and claim this objective. Now the Robot Legions control one of their own objectives. The other Wolf Brother group will advance to this position. They are out in the open, but they can see and they can target the Tri-Scorpions. They shoot with heavy rifles. They will hit on a roll of 3. There are 4 hits. It's AP 1 and a range of 24 inches. The Tri-Scorpions must block with rolls of 4. And they will fail 3 of the defense rolls, but they have the self-repair. So if they roll a 6, they will ignore the wound. And they roll 2 6s, so only 1 wound. And one of the Tri-Scorpions will take a hit. From behind and close to the mountains, the tripod walker advances 6 inches, and that takes it into firing range of the Wolf Bloods. The tripod walker can fire a rapid Doom blaster twice and twin Gauss rifles. That's a total of 4 shots, and all of them will hit on a roll of 3. So first the 2 rapid Doom blaster shots and then the 2 twin Gauss rifle shots. It will hit with all of it. That's bad news for the Wolf Bloods. They will have to defend the Rapid Doom Blaster first, and it has the blast keyword, so it's 3 defense rolls for each hit. They need rolls of 4, and they block 2, and the second hit they will block another 2 hits, so far they will take 2 hits, then the rifles, and they will also block one of those, leaving 1 hit. Totally that's 3 hits, and that will take the Wolf Bloods below half strength. They need a morale test. They have a morale of 3, and they will pass easily, and they will still control the objective, even though they had heavy casualties. The Wolf Brothers will have to get their support unit into position. They are the only ones with firepower enough to take down the Tripod Walker. Another group of robots advance forward, and they take control of the objective here closest to their own deployment zone. Hagnir's second in command will squeeze himself into this building, and from this window he can see and target the Tri-Scorpions. 2 master heavy rifle shots, both of them hit. It's AP1, and there will be 1 failed defense roll and no self-repair. The unit of Tri-Scorpions will take another wound. The third and final group of robot warriors march forward. Remember, they are slow. They can only move up to 8 inches if they rush or charge. And that leaves Hagnir to do something. He will advance 6 inches and he will claim the objective here. And that will give them another victory point. But he can also target the Tri-Scorpions with his Master Heavy Pistol. He will shoot and hit twice. Again, it's an AP1 weapon, and there are 2 failed defense rolls that will take down 1 of the Tri-Scorpions, and they will not self-repair any of the hits. 1 of the Tri-Scorpions is eliminated, and another one will take a wound. And then Hagnir will raise the flag. The Robot Lord himself is the last unit to activate. He will fly out of his fortress and land on the right side of the battlefield. He has a jetpack, so he's not slow. And that was the final activation of the first round. All 4 objectives are under control, and the forces control the 2 1 victory point objectives. That will give them, 2 victory points at the end of the first round. The Wolf Brothers will activate first in round number 2. The support Wolf Brothers will jump onto the building, and that will take them into firing range of most of the robot legions. They have 2 weapon profiles, so they will split their targets between the Tripod Walker and the Tri-Scorpions. They will begin with a machine gun attack on the Tripod Walker. 3 shots, and there are 2 hits. It's an AP1, but the Tripod Walker has a tough defense of 2. But there will be 1 wound, of course, unless there is a self-repair roll of 6, and that's not the case. So the Tripod Walker will take 1 wound. It has a tough of 6. The 2 heavy fusion rifles will fire at the Tri-Scorpions, and both of them will hit. They are AP4, so it takes 6s to block any of the hits, and they will not do so. So each of the Tri-Scorpions will now take 3 wounds. Let's see if they can self-repair any of them. The first one cannot, and with 1 wound already, it's taken out. The second one will have a chance to self-repair, and there is 1 self-repaired wound. Still, the Tri-Scorpion will take 2 wounds, but it's still in the battle. Let's see if it can pass the morale check, and it's good. That was some decent shooting from the Wolf Support Brothers, but the Tripod Walker is still around. It will advance 6 inches, and then it will fire. Again, with 2 weapon profiles, it will split the shots between the rifle shots at Hagnir and the Rapid Doom Blaster at the Wolf Brother unit. So 2 shots aimed at Hagnir. 1 of them will hit. It's a rending hit, and Hagnir will not defend. So 1 wound to Hagnir. But far worse, the Rapid Doom Blaster. Only 1 hit, though. It will still have the blast keyword, so it will take 3 defense rolls from the Wolf Brothers, and they will make 2 of them. So only 1 Wolf Brother will be hit and killed. 4 still left in the unit. Immediately, the 4 remaining Wolf Brothers will advance 6 inches. They will move past the objective, and then they will aim their weapons at the tripod walker. 4 rifle shots, and that's a complete disaster. No hits at all. How is that possible? Now this unit of robot warriors will advance. They only move 4 inches, and only 3 of them can see their target, the Wolf Bloods. So 3 of them will fire. They will need rolls of 4. Their rifles are AP2. There are 2 hits, enough to eliminate the unit. If they can't defend any of them, they will have to roll 5s, and they will fail them both. The Wolfblood unit is eliminated. They will still control the objective though. The second group of Wolf Brothers will leave their cover and move right into the open. They have 2 weapon profiles, 1 of them with heavy pistol and 4 of them with rifles, and they will split their attacks. The 4 rifles will shoot at the warriors, and the pistol will target the Tri-Scorpion. The Tri-Scorpion is a menace if it gets into close combat, so it's a priority to stop it before that. But even though the shots hit, it will defend. Now the 4 rifle shots at the warriors. Again, it's bad shooting, 2 hits, and that will take 5s to defend. And there are no defense rolls, but they can self-repair. And there is 1 good self-repair roll and another one that will take down 1 robot warrior, 4 remaining in the group. And those 4 warriors will advance 4 inches. They will still be on the objective. And from this position, they fire their rifles at the Wolf Brothers. 4 shots. They will hit on 4. Only 1 hit. And it's AP1 and rending, but it's no rending in this case. So it only takes a roll of 3, and that's a reroll, and it's a 4. So there will be no hits. Now it's Hagnir's turn to try to eliminate the last Tri-Scorpion. He takes cover behind the rock and fires his Master Heavy Pistol, and he will hit with 1 of the shots. And it will take a 4 to defend, and again the Tri-Scorpion will not take the 3rd and final wound. Really annoying, and now it will charge. But Hagnir, as well as the rest of the Wolf Brothers, have counter-attack, so Hagnir will attack first with his Energy Claw. 2 attacks, he will need a 3, and he will fail both attacks. He had the advantage here, but he blew it. The Tri-Scorpion will attack back. Dual Reaper Blades, and there are 2 hits. Hagnir must block, and he will need rolls of at least 5, and he will block 1 of them, so he will take 1 wound. He will lose this battle, but he will still be alive. The Tri-Scorpion will back off 1 inch. Hagnir will pass his morale check, and the other Wolf Master Brother will move out from cover and into the open. He has a rifle, and he will fire at the warriors, and he will hit with both shots. And there are 2 good defense rolls. They are in cover, they are tough to hit, so no wounds at all. The final unit of warriors will rush forward 8 inches, and that will take them to the objective, so they will guard it as good as they can. Again, the Robot Lord will activate as the last unit, and he will fly on top of this rock from where he has a great view of the entire battlefield. He can also just reach the Wolf Brothers here with his advanced Gauss rifle. And that's 4 shots. He will hit with 3 of them. 1 of the shots will be rending, otherwise they are AP1, and the rending hit is not defended. The 2 regular AP1 hits, they need force to block, and they will fail them both. So that's 3 shots that will take out almost the entire unit, leaving only 1 Wolf Brother. And he needs a morale check. And he passes with a roll of 3. Devastating shooting by the Robot Lord, and that will finish the second round. Both forces still control their own 2 objectives, and that will give them another 2 victory points here at the end of the round. The Wolf Brothers almost lost 2 units in this round, and they took some heavy casualties. Let's see what happens in the third round. Again, the Wolf Support Brothers will activate first. They will step down on the objective, and from this position they can fire their powerful heavy fusion rifles at the Tripod Walker, and they will fire their heavy machine gun at the Robot Lord. First, the 2 heavy fusion rifles, and they are deadly, and they will hit with them both. So the Tripod Walker must roll 6 to block the 2 deadly shots, and it will fail miserably with double 1. And with the deadly keyword, they will now hit with 6 wounds, and that will take 6 self-repair rolls to get out of this one. And there are at least 5 failed self-repair rolls, and 2, the 1 wound the Tripod Walker already has. It's enough to blast it out of this battle. Wow. Now the machine gun at the Robot Lord. Again, the machine gun will hit with all 3 shots. It's AP 1. The Robot Lord must roll 4s. And there are no defense rolls that could take out the Robot Lord, but he has the regen protocol, so he will have to roll 5 or 6 to get out of this one, and he will roll 1-6, and the 2 remaining rolls still has a chance to self-repair. And in the end, the Robot Lord will take 1 wound, but still, that's something. But the Support Brothers activation comes with a price. Now, the brothers here are sitting ducks. The 5 Robot Warriors will fire their rifles at them at point-blank range, and they will hit with 3 shots out of the 5. And the powerful Reaper rifles take 5s to block, and they will miss with all their defense rolls. 3 Wolf Brothers are shot down. The unit needs a morale check now, and that one fails. They still are fearless, so a roll of 4 or more can get them out of this one, and they will roll 5. They are okay in the end. So they can activate normally now, and they will target not the unit that just shot at them, but they will charge the other group of Robot Warriors here. First, they will have to roll 4s because they charge, so 3 is no longer enough. But they will hit with both their charge shots. And 1 good and 1 failed defense roll. Let's see. No self-repair. 1 Robot Warrior is shot down right here in the middle of the charge. And now they will get into close combat. Again, they will have to roll 4s instead of 3s. And there is 1 close combat attack and 1 double attack with energy sword. And 1 energy sword and 1 regular attack will hit. So it takes a 4 to block the regular attack, and it's blocked. It takes more, a roll of 5 to block the energy sword, and that one fails. And the self-repair is also no good. So that's another warrior down. There are 2 Robot Warriors left, and they are by no means close combat experts. They will try to hit back, but only 1 successful hit, and that one is blocked. So the Wolf Brothers will take no casualties from this charge, and they will win the battle. The robots must pass a morale test now. They will need a 4, and they fail, so they will have to roll to see if they malfunction. On a roll of 1, 2, or 3, the remaining robots will malfunction, and they will both fail completely, collapse into twisted metal. They are eliminated, and the remaining Wolf Brothers will capture the objective. They take the lead, but not for long, because the group of warriors here will rush towards this objective and capture that one, and that will immediately even the score. Hagnir has had enough. he will charge the Tri-Scorpion. So he will begin with his Master Heavy Pistol and fail both shots. Then he will complete the charge and attack with his Energy Claw. 2 attacks, only 1 hit, but it's AP 4. So the Tri-Scorpion must come up with a 6. No, and then a chance to self-repair. Otherwise, it's all over, and it is. The Tri-Scorpion, the final Tri-Scorpion of this group, will be shredded by the Energy Claw of Hagnir. This battle is increasingly brutal. The Robot Lord will also attempt a charge. He will fly down from his rock here and fire his advanced rifle at the 2 Wolf Brothers. And he will not hit with any of his shots, but now the charge. And he will have 3 close combat attacks with his sword and only 1 hit. It takes a 4 to defend, and the defense roll is good. So in the end, no damage at all from this charge. And the Wolf Brothers will now attack back. 1 attack with energy sword and 1 attack with close combat weapons. They have already fought and they are fatigued, so there will be no hits. The Robot Lord will move back, but still he's close enough to contest the objective. The lonely remaining Wolf Brother from this unit will jump over the pipeline and charge. So he will fire his rifle first, and he will not hit the Robot Warriors, but he will charge and use his energy sword. 2 attacks, he will hit on a 4, and it's 2 6s, and the energy sword is rending. So these 2 hits will take not 5s, but 6s to defend. A very effective close combat charge. And there are no 6s in this defense roll, but as usual, the Robot Warriors can self-repair, and they will fail that as well. So he will take out 2 warriors with his charge. The 3 warriors will now fight back. 3 close combat attacks. They will hit on a roll of 4, so there is at least 1 hit, and only 1 hit. That will take a roll of 3 to defend. And no defense roll. Too bad for this Wolf Brother. He fought bravely, but in the end he was killed. The second Master Brother will move towards the Robot Warriors as well. Again, he will attempt a charge and he will fail with his shots, but he will take it all the way to them with a charge with his Energy Claw. 2 attacks again on 4s, and there is only 1 hit. But with the high AP 4, it takes a 6 and it will be blocked. So no damage, and now he also faces a retaliation strike. 3 attacks, but they have fought before. 6s are needed. 3 attacks and 1 hit. Ooh, that's dangerous. It's AP nothing. And this time the Master Brother will block. So no damage to any of these fighters. But he will contest the objective, and that's also important, but because that will again even the score. And since this was the last activation in the 3rd round, the forces will control 1 objective each, the closest one to their own deployment zone, so that's 1 victory point to each of the forces. Let's go to round 4. The robots will activate first this time, and they have a choice to make. They are on 3 of the objectives, but they cannot reach the 4th one. And the Wolf Brothers, they can reach all 4 objectives. So they should eliminate Hagnir, or try to do so, because then the Wolf Brothers will not be able to reach the 4th objective. But on the other hand, the Robot Lord here could be threatened by the 2 Wolf Brothers close to him. So they will choose to activate the Robot Lord first, and he moves behind the Wolf Brothers, and this time he will fire his advanced rifle at them. No charges this time. He will only need 3s. And, well, only 2 hits, even though it's point blank range. He will only hit with 2 shots, and they will block 1 of them. But still, 1 Wolf Brother is killed. leaving only one behind. The fearless Wolf Brother will pass his morale test, and instead the support unit here will advance. They are still on the objective, and they will fire their weapons at the warriors. Their fusion rifles are not that effective, even though they are deadly. They are not effective against groups. One hit only, but that hit is not defended and it's not self-repaired. So one warrior will go down, and then they will fire the heavy machine gun. 3 shots at the same group of warriors. They will hit 3s, 1 hit, and it's AP 1. That will take 5s. But one of the defense rolls is good. That's 1 wound to the robots, and it's not self-repaired. Another robot is destroyed. But that's not even enough to take them to half strength. So the robots in the upper right corner of the battlefield will attack the Master Wolf Brother. They fire 3 shots, they hit with 1, and that one is not defended. So 1 wound to the Master Brother. With a rather unusual move, this remaining Wolf Brother will target the warriors instead of the Robot Lord. He will fire 1 heavy pistol shot and he will hit. The defense roll is no good, and the self-repair, that doesn't work, so another warrior is down, but the remaining unit will pass their morale test. So far, so good for the robots. They still guard the objective. Both forces have the exact same amount of victory points, and they control the same objectives. So it could be up to Hagnir to make a difference. He will step out and charge against these 2 warriors. He is heavily wounded, but he has to try. So first, the master pistol shots. 1 of them will hit. And the defense roll fails. The self-repair is also useless, so 1 warrior remaining now. If Hagnir can destroy the last warrior, he will claim the objective. And he has 2 attacks. He will hit with a roll of 4 instead of 3, because it's a charge. So with his energy claws, he will really land 2 solid hits. And it's AP 4. Only 6s will count now, and there is 1 roll of 6. But there is also 1 solid energy claw hit. But there is a chance to self-repair, and he rolls another 6. The warrior is not destroyed. Incredibly, now he can fight back. And his return strike will hit. It's AP nothing. Hagnir will block it with a 3. And if he can, and he is safe, the warrior unit still lost the battle. He will have to pass a morale test. And that will take a roll of 4 to pass. And he fails the morale test. So now a roll of 1, 2, or 3 will destroy the warrior. And it's a 3. Hagnir could not bring him down in the first place, neither with his shots or his energy claw, but in the end, the robot malfunctioned and collapsed, and Hagnir will claim the objective. With the smallest of margins, Hagnir took control of the objective, and that will give the victory to the Wolf Brothers. They will win with 8 victory points to 5. The Robot Lord and his last loyal minions will retreat from the planet's surface. It's safe for now. Thanks a lot for watching this battle report. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I hope you'll join me for future bad reps.